All right, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Ready Football Podcast. I'm your host, Brennan.
I'm Logan.
And we're jumping right into it tonight. We missed last week, but like I said, we're back and we're jumping right in. We got a special guest coming in tonight. Someone you and I are both very familiar with.
Yeah.
You got this thing set up, so I'm going to let you kick this thing off.
All right. Well, tonight we have a special guest I've known for quite some time. He was my head coach at Northrop when I played. I coached under him during COVID for a couple years. He is now at Leo coaching.
Yep.
Mr. Jason Doerfler. Welcome to the podcast.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
So, last year was your first year at Leo, right?
It was actually my third year. So first year was 2022, and now we're entering year 4 already. Goes quick.
I was just about to say, time flies then.
Yeah.
So, all right. I do know that you guys were a team not to take lightly last year. Your
8-3 record.
8-3 record. You had some dominant wins, a couple close losses. What was kind of the key in that last year with that team?
We had some very high expectations going into the year. We had come off the year before. We had won a sectional and a regional championship, so we had made it to the semi-state level or the Final Four, and there was, high hopes in getting back to there, which we didn't quite achieve, but it was a good year nonetheless. I mean, we started off strong. We kind of ran into a buzzsaw in East Noble twice, and they're the ones that kind of knocked us out of the tournament as well. So that's a heck of a rivalry, and they got the better side of it last year for sure.
Oh, you good over there?
Yeah, my mic just fell. It's fine.
Right on. No, so Jason, you guys opened the season last year against Lures, and you guys also opened the season this coming year against Lures as well. Played them pretty good last year, won by 3. Was there anything from last year's opener that you can take coming and take it into this week against them?
Yeah, I mean, there's some familiarity, and just from experience, I had played Lures almost every year, but not all of our players at Leo had experienced that, but we are more familiar with what they do and then I'm sure they're familiar with what we do. So, as opposed to last year, which was the first time in a long time Lures and Leo had played. So, obviously the familiarity, but there's also a pretty good changeover in rosters for both teams. So, graduation and other things. So, it's definitely something that we can build on, just having the film and everything from last season, but it's a lot of different personnel as well.
Definitely. And also starting the high school season this year, coming out of camp and coming out of the off season, the team is definitely juiced up. What do you like about your team coming out of camp and out of the off season? What are you excited to see out of them?
Sure. Our strength is likely our linemen up front on both sides of the ball. So we have some really good senior and junior big offensive and defensive linemen, and when that's the core of your team or the foundation or one of your strengths, you're always going to have a chance. If you can win at the line of scrimmage, you got a good chance of competing with whoever you're playing against. And that's kind of how our team is built. We feel like we'll be able to run the ball. We have all conference running back returning along with those offensive linemen. So, we also have some good young backs that haven't yet really shined on Friday night, but they're ready to do it. And, we have to replace quite a bit on both sides, but we got some good talent that's coming up the ranks. And, our JV team had a successful season, and our freshman team was 7-1. So there's a lot of talent, a lot of kids that are ready to compete on the varsity level.
Well, that's always good to hear, especially having a freshman team that dominant. Hopefully, you just carry that on the next few years and can build off that foundation. How many of those now sophomores are a big key to the starting 11s on both sides?
I mean, there's going to be several sophomores that contribute. There's a handful of them that will play or are on our depth chart as number ones. We have it's just a good group of kids and a couple of guys that really stand out. We have a guy who can play running back, but he also is he's going to start at safety for us. His name's Isaiah Detmers. He's a young kid that's an up-and-comer. He'll be a sophomore, and he's got a really bright future. Really good football player.
That's good to hear. With your few years at Leo, what's been the biggest hump to get over, you think? Going from the SAC, obviously leaving Northrop, going to Leo, two different conferences, two different styles that football is played. What's been the biggest hump for you as a coach in that new conference with the different teams?
Yeah, I mean, at the beginning, I think it was just getting used to, what everybody in the conference did and what they ran because. I kind of grew up in the SAC, both as a player and just as a young kid watching it. It was always SAC football, and then coaching in the SAC. So I wasn't real familiar with the NE8, and obviously there was some sectional opponents and stuff like that when I played, and but you didn't follow it real closely. So just getting familiar with what people do and what schemes they run and that type of stuff. So that took some time, but also they had to do the same thing with us. And now, you get the new challenge of there's familiarity now, after 3 or 4 years and you get a pretty good idea of what other teams do, but they have a pretty good idea of what you're trying to do as well. So there's kind of that chess match, I guess you could call it. And, getting all that stuff. And in terms of what's different, we start Leo football. We have a youth program and they really start playing flag football together in kindergarten. And, that's something that we tried to implement. It just was very difficult. The task proved to be a little bit too hard to get that going in at Northrop. And, the kids here, they play together really from kindergarten on, and that's something that's really, really beneficial. And, but at the same time, I have to spend a lot more time doing stuff like that. So that was a challenge at the beginning, running the youth league and making sure all that stuff's taken care of. But it's definitely been a good thing, and looking forward to a lot more good years.
And on top of the jump from Northrop to Leo, and especially in the adjustment stage, how much of it as a head coach was it adapting to the locker room versus the locker room adapting to your style as a head coach?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think it's a little bit of both. And I was fortunate because when I came over, they being the players, very accepting and wanted to learn. and that's the experience. Most kids, they're there because they want to play, they want to compete, they want to have fun, but they also want to learn. They want to be pushed. So the kids there at Leo have been outstanding. They've accepted me, and vice versa. And we've had a good little stretch, and it's been a lot of fun, and we've won a lot of games. So, but to answer your question, I think that's a two-way street, and it's worked out well.
That's awesome. And I know as a coach, you're not really supposed to do this kind of thing, but especially with the way last season ended for you guys, are there any games on this current schedule that you've got circled personally, or that you're most looking forward to playing?
Yeah, I mean, if you're not real familiar with the Leo East Noble games, I mean, they are awesome, and everyone I've been a part of, it's a big game. Both communities really support their football teams and their football programs, and it seems like every time we play them, it goes down to the wire, with just a few exceptions. So, we've been fortunate to be on top a couple of times. Last year we're on the other side of it, and so I wouldn't hesitate to say that's always a big game. And we've also would like to get Columbia City back. They knocked us off last year in kind of a wild ending as well.
I think we were actually
that's a big game, year after year, and we've had some really good battles with them in the last few years. Some overtime games and some ones that are decided real close, like the one last year. So, those are two we're looking forward to. But as I was telling somebody else, I mean, the league overall is very good. It's very competitive. Every game is big, and you can't really look past or just circle a couple, because if you do that, you're going to get knocked off, and nobody wants that.
Yeah. So with that being said, one of the last questions probably for you this evening. Shoot, I had it left.
Wow.
So obviously you want to go farther than what you did the year before.
Sure.
What is something that you can do, like, with this team that you don't think you could have done last year? Like, what's the ceiling for this team in your perspective this year?
Sure. Yeah, I mean, I think it's a good question, but I really think we have high hopes for this team, and I don't want to say this in a negative way, but I think our margin for error is smaller this season than last, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just that we had tremendous talent at times last year, and when we were clicking, like, we were really, really good, and we might have been able to survive a couple of turnovers and some mistakes and still win games. We are very talented this year, and we've got a bunch of hardworking kids, but that margin for error that we've had in years past is probably not as high, which really creates a little bit of urgency every practice and every week that we have to get better, and we have to keep working at this, and we can't just go through the motions, or things aren't going to work out for us, and that's a good thing. So it kind of keeps us on our toes, and with an understanding of we gotta work our butts off each and every day to keep getting better and grind this out and reach our goals of winning a championship at the end of the year. So it's a lot of fun. It's a challenge, though.
We know you've had some pretty big recruits coming out the past few years, so that could be the biggest thing this year is the margin of error, just because you may not potentially have that skill player going to a Big Ten school or something like that.
It makes the attention to detail that much more important.
Yep, exactly.
Yep.
So
yeah, absolutely. And like I said, I mean, that's the fun part of coaching. You know, it's trying to gain an edge and trying to create an advantage and earn, everything that you get. So it's I'm really looking forward to this season and see what happens.
Well, do you got a last question or?
Yeah, so I got one question for you before we let you go here. So I haven't seen him since we were on staff together at Northrop, but how's Dean Doerfler doing?
He is doing well. He's retired. So
good for him.
Congrats to Mr. Dean.
His mornings and afternoons. In the summer, he does still help out with this Wildcat baseball program in Fort Wayne. So he stays busy with that, but he plays a lot of golf, and he's still coaching football too. So
good for him. I miss listening to him and Ben Martone go at it.
Those were the days. So, all right, Jason. Thank you for joining us, and
big thank you.
We definitely look forward to trying to make it out.
Good luck with all this. This is cool.
Yeah, thank you. We'll definitely be out at some games this year.
Absolutely. Sounds good.
All right. Well, good luck on the season, and we will talk to you later.
All right. Sounds good, guys.
Yep.
Thanks, Jason.
Yep.
Thanks.
Yep. Bye.
Bye.
All right. Anyway, intermission over. Had a little technical difficulties here for a second. Intermission over. Once again, huge shout out and a big thank you to Leo head coach Jason Doerfler. Logan, thank you for setting that whole interview up.
Of course.
Was really cool to talk to our old coach again and talk to him about his team coming up this year and all of that.
It was a pleasure, and we would love to have you back anytime if you are listening, Jason. So
if you see us at any games this year, or if we see you, say hey, or we'll try to. We know you're going to be busy game night, but once again, big thank you. But that officially means it's the start of football season because high school football kicks off this Friday night.
Yes, it does.
And then we got week 0 of college football this weekend.
Yes, we do. We got the last week of preseason for the NFL this upcoming week. Then they'll have a bye. And then before we know it, it's going to be my Eagles beating up the Cowboys
next weekend.
In the first game, Thursday night, September 5th, I think.
Next weekend is week 1.
Let's go.
I'm not going to lie. This offseason felt kind of fast.
Yes and no, because we didn't really have much to talk about, so that made it drag on. But,
well, I mean,
hey, I don't care. I don't care.
Did we not just that long ago do like NFL draft prep and like go through the March Madness tournament brackets?
Like 4 months ago? Yeah.
Does that not feel like that long ago?
It doesn't, but hey.
And now we're already a week away from week 1.
Football season is back. Let's get it. So
I'm so scared. I'm so scared.
If I was a Purdue fan, I would be too.
I don't have a whole lot of faith yet.
Oh, yet? Like you're just magically going to get some?
We're going to see.
I know you saw that video I sent you of the... I don't even want to say it. But of those tight ends or receivers.
Yeah, I saw it. Did you also see the video of the Oregon tight end giving an interview of his top sleeper stadium? And he said, Purdue?
No.
Yeah. He said they get loud, and then on the goal line, they blow the train horn.
Which they do.
Yeah.
But
and they were like, last year? Talking about 2024, how bad we were. And he goes, yeah. And I was sitting there, and I was like, no freaking way.
He was just trying to be nice.
Well, he put Washington right after that.
Well, Washington Stadium does be getting popping, so
it does. But honestly,
I agree with that.
I'm ready for the football matchups again. I'm ready to start predicting the college football playoffs.
I am scared for the Penn State game.
I listened.
That is
I
the
listened
only
to
game.
this one podcast earlier. He had already dropped his playoff predictions. He had LSU at Notre Dame. Think about it. What's the connection to those two schools?
Coach.
Brian Kelly going back to South Bend in the playoffs. Who doesn't want that?
Him.
We as football fans do.
Yeah.
Give me that.
I don't really see that being the case, though, so...
I was talking to my brother before I came here. I told him, because he was talking about college football week 1, I told him I'm more on the basketball season. That's what I'm more anxious about. Like,
you say that, but I know you're not. From a Purdue aspect, yes. But you're ready for football season.
Oh, 100, that's exactly what I'm saying. I'm excited for football to be back. But in terms of my school, it ain't basketball season yet.
This may come as an insult.
Shocking.
It might be. It
Shocking.
might not be. If these two schools played without your bias, pick a winner. Purdue, neutral field.
Talking football? Okay.
Ball State.
Purdue.
I hope we find out someday.
I don't care who the coach is. You can give me Ryan Walters again. Purdue would still beat Ball State by 2 scores. Minimum. The level of talent is it don't matter.
Okay.
I feel with as horrifically bad as we were last year, I feel very confident saying that.
It was got on us just curious question. So
I mean, hell, we put up 46 in 2 quarters against Illinois.
Yeah. It was just a question.
No,
so, talking
all day. No bias. I'm sorry. That's no bias.
Talking week,
you got to give me like an equal opponent. Purdue is like
IU.
Are we talking last year's IU? What are we? You saw last year's IU. We all did.
Last year's IU. Last year's IU. This year's IU. Whichever one you want to pick.
Against this year's Purdue?
Yeah.
Ask me rivalry week. We'll find out.
When you guys are what, 0-10?
Dude, if I go 0-10 again this year, I'm going to be staring down a barrel.
Losing to IU for 2 years in a row.
Dude,
Oof.
Here's the thing.
That would not be good.
If we lose to IU again, fine. But my God in heaven, it cannot be last year's.
Yeah, that was just a disappointment.
Honestly, I think I'm more scared for them to go play Notre Dame at South Bend than I am for them to play IU.
No, that's the expected butt whooping you're taking. That's going to be like the Eagles and Chiefs in Super Bowl.
It's a guaranteed loss on our schedule every year.
Exactly.
We haven't beat Notre Dame since 2007.
BTA.
Boot to ass.
Belt to ass, but yeah. Close enough.
Yeah.
So, all right. Let's get on with the show. College football, as we said, starts very, very soon. Week 0. There's one game out of the top 25 teams. Maybe some other games. Who knows? August 23rd, this Saturday, you will have what seems like a really good game lined up. Number 22, Iowa State taking on number 17, Kansas State. noon kickoff, ESPN. Football is back. I told you that game. You got excited. Tell me and the listeners why you got excited.
I would like for you to read me the spread of this game.
Oh, you want to hear that again? Okay. Spread. Kansas State -3.
Okay, favored by 3. Continue.
Total 49.5.
That's the over-under.
I would believe so.
You're telling
total
me...
points. So combined points, I believe, would be 49.5.
You're telling me a week 0 game featuring 2 ranked teams has a set over-under at almost 50.
Wonder what that Texas-Ohio State is week 1.
Brother in Christ, football has returned. That's this weekend.
Saturday.
Folks, we've waited a long time to say this. It's football season. And I hope you're as excited as we are. Hello?
Ohio
Waiting on
State. It took me a minute to find. Ohio State -2.5.
Okay.
Total 47.5. Money line, Texas +110. But then we look at the game at 4 o'clock on the 30th. It's going to be a massacre. Let's be honest.
Let me take a wild guess.
What's that, buddy?
I'm going to guess Montana State traveling down to Autzen Stadium.
Oh, yeah.
Taking on the Oregon Ducks.
Do you want to guess this? Go ahead and guess the whole thing.
All right. I'm going to guess Oregon -48.
No.
Higher?
No. Way too much.
Really? I was thinking that wasn't enough. No disrespect.
Wait till the total, though.
Okay, Oregon, say -37.
Farther down.
28.
Up.
31.
Down.
30.
Down.
29.
In the middle of the last
29 and a half.
Yep. Oregon -29.5 total. You gonna guess or just stare at me?
I'm thinking. I'm going to say total is 46.
Nope.
What's-
56.5.
What?
Total 56.5. Oregon -29.5. Money line. Montana State +1800.
Just to cover?
So
Yikes.
yeah.
Just to hurt. Hold on.
Oh. Ooh. Okay. Hold on. I know we'll go more into some of these games next week when we come in.
Hold on. Just to hurt.
Oh no. Okay, hurry up.
Just to hurt my feelings, I want to know the Purdue one.
We'll get there. All right. So we told you Saturday, Iowa, Kansas State, total 49.5, right?
Yep.
Both. Thursday, you got Boise State taking on South Florida, and then West Illinois taking on the number 12 team, Illinois. Total's the same in both games. 63.5.
Wow. That's a lot.
Illinois State, Oklahoma at 60.5. Alabama, Florida State 50.5. Georgia State, Ole Miss 60.5. And that's about it. Notre Dame, Miami 50.5. Notre Dame minus 2.5.
Oh yeah, Notre Dame, Miami, week 1 too. That's gonna be a great
Week one's
loaded.
Week 1 is looking pretty. Oh,
Give me the Purdue one just to hurt my feelings.
I'm trying to find them. That's how bad they are.
Yeah.
Old Dominion and IU minus 23.5. Total 54.5.
Wow, I figured
Money
that was
line,
gonna be higher.
Moneyline Old Dominion plus 1100.
I figured that spread was gonna be higher.
I am not seeing Purdue. Where are they? Who do you guys play?
Ball State.
Oh, yeah, nope. It's not even showing that game. Because you guys are in top 25. It's just showing me top 25 teams.
Oh.
Hold on, though. I think... Haha. Purdue minus 17.5.
Okay.
Total 50.5. Money line, Ball State plus 550. So that's you guys should start 2-0.
I will be highly concerned if we don't start 2-0.
And then go 2-1, 2-2, 2-3. Hey, you guys may have a chance for Minnesota. And Northwestern, Rutgers, losing to Michigan, losing to Ohio State,
I'll be at that game.
Washington, IU. Possibly 3 or 4 win season
Better than 1-11.
if you guys can pull the games off. So
If we can upset at least one team this year, I'll be happy. Preferably Ohio State, for obvious reasons.
so obvious. So give you guys a little score
Although
update. And,
not having the bucket sucks.
well, beat IU. Give you guys a score update. Halftime, it is 28-14 preseason game. Bengals are beating the Commanders 28-14 at halftime.
I guess that's our transition into the NFL now.
It sure is, and it came at a good time because we were done with college.
Yeah, and speaking of the Bengals, what you got about the Bengals?
I have that they are finally listening to trade offers for All-Pro Trey Hendrickson.
That's kind of wild, if you ask me.
Him and Terry McLaurin. McLaurin is on Washington, obviously. Are both missing. Not showing up to practice or anything. Both wanting new contracts. Both have requested trades. So that's a big concern for 2 franchises.
Mm-hmm. 2 big cornerstone pieces.
And if we want to throw Micah and Dallas in there, nothing much has really been done in Dallas. So that's 3 big cornerstones.
Yeah.
Hate to see the NFC East teams like that.
Free agency is going to get shaken up.
Hopefully we can get one. All right.
You and your Eagles, man.
Well, Hendrickson not budging in standoff, obviously.
Rightfully so.
Titans QB Cam Ward scuffles with defense tackle Simmons in camp. Little edgy of Ward. I like to see it. I like to see the fight and competitor in my quarterbacks. And
I think coaches will tell you they love to see the fights at practice.
And especially for a quarterback to scuffle with a big defensive
rookie
lineman.
Quarterback at that.
Hey.
But when you're the number 1 overall pick, that is kind of expected of you.
Texas Tech Joyner USC transfer out for season. So that's a little bit of college, but it made top headlines I'm looking at. Yeah, so have you watched any preseason?
Not a whole lot. I watched a little bit of the Colts' first preseason game. I think they were playing, I want to say Carolina.
I think so. And then they played the Packers.
And I watched Anthony Richardson get hurt on the 3rd play of the game.
Yeah. He should be ready for week 1, though, they say.
Dude.
If not...
Did you watch that play at all?
No.
It was a free blitzing backer from his strong side, from the right side. There was no protection on him whatsoever.
That's a big no-no.
It's a basic install.
That's a big no-no. I'm just...
You know what's even funnier? Daniel Jones didn't look any better.
Well, no. It's Daniel Jones.
What's even funnier than that? The amount of people that have such high faith in Daniel Jones in this offense.
Yeah.
And I tell all of them, did you not watch this man in New York? And all I hear is, oh, it was the Giants. Don't matter.
He had Odell. He had Saquon. He had talent around him. He's just too busy tripping over ghosts in Philly.
The amount of air balls that he had.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've
talked about him enough, so
It might be another long season for Colts fans.
Sorry, John. I've just been watching...
Sorry, Johnny.
I've just been watching the Eagles, see how our rookies are doing and stuff. Dude. Even though we lost against the Browns, dude, that safety out of Texas that we drafted.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Did you see that pick he had?
Mm-hmm.
That was beautiful. And he got it right after the commentators were saying how, like, he doesn't find the ball finds him. He's standing in between 2 receivers for the Browns, and it goes right to him. And then, not even, 6, 8 plays later, Mans recovers a fumble. He's not in the frame at all, but then you just see him come out of nowhere and pick the fumble up. Hot take, he may have earned starting position over Sydney Brown. Whichever Brown it was at Illinois.
I think it was Sydney Brown.
Reed Blankenship and that Ricky out of Texas, along with Quinyon and Dejon Cooper.
Cooper DeJean.
Yeah.
Johnny, here he goes on his Eagle rants again.
I'm tired, all right? So, just from what the little I saw of him got me intrigued. DTR, he needs to go. He needs to find a new team. I want him gone. We will take Jalen, Tanner, and Kyle McCord. Did you watch any of DTR's? He wasn't throwing the ball away. He wasn't just taking the sack. There's 2 plays where he's trying to, like, break a sack with his... You know he's like a twig, right?
Yeah.
He's trying to break a sack, throws the ball, it gets tipped, flies back.
Oh, yeah, it was a completion for like negative 12 yards or
Yes.
something.
And then there's another play where he throws a pick six, I believe, because he was trying to do that same stuff. Just sometimes take a sack.
Yeah.
You looked like your last team. If you're picking up the pun.
Yeah.
Um,
I am. Don't worry.
as a Philly fan, get out of Philly, DTR. All right, that's all I had. So, also, talking about my Eagles, we made a trade with the Texans again. Little interesting part in this trade. So we get the receiver Minchie,
John Mechie.
John Mechie the third for tight end, and then the picks that the pick that we got from the CJ Gardner trade, we got back, and we gave them their draft pick back. So we swapped the draft picks back and then traded a tight end for a receiver. So if he can stay healthy, he missed his whole rookie year due to leukemia, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Stephon Diggs comes in. He doesn't get much playing time. He's a good receiver. Him, AJ, Devontae Smith, we may have just found our slot receiver. I don't know, actually. Who would you rather have in the slot, Smith or John? Because they're both built about the same. They're both good
I'd have
route
Devontae
runners.
Smith on the outside.
See, that's what I was thinking, but then Smith, he just...
Have you seen the amount of videos of him just burning his defender on go routes?
Yeah. Imagine how often he does that in the slot with a linebacker on him.
True. But if you're asking me, I think the question really needs to be who's better on the outside, because if you don't put Devontae Smith there, you're going to put John Mechie on the outside? Devontae Smith
That's
is
fair.
Devontae Smith is bigger than John Mechie.
Not by much.
Height-wise,
Maybe a couple inches.
that still matters.
Yeah.
And he's fast, too. Shut up. He's fast, too.
They both are.
They are.
So that's intriguing to see how he's going to work out. I wonder how much time he's going to get in this last preseason week when most of the starters play, and it's that last chance to get stuff glued down. Then you got a week and regular season's here. Like, all counts after that.
Yeah, it does.
The Browns announced Joe Flacco as the starting quarterback.
Did you see anything else coming?
No, but I was hopeful. Dylan, he didn't look bad against us.
Shedeur Sanders is a fourth string.
Did you see he hurt his oblique in the practice with us? And Jalen Hurts, they got in a cart together, and Jalen drove him to a tent on the other side of the field.
Oh my gosh.
That's that brotherly love.
All right. All right.
So, with that being said, let's go over the lineup that we have for this week. NFL. And then that about does it for us. So we have Thursday the 21st, Steelers and Panthers, Patriots and Giants. Friday, Eagles and the Jets, Vikings and Titans, Falcons and Cowboys, Bears and Chiefs. Oh my goodness, did you see that? enormous hit that happened in one of the Cowboys games?
Oh, yeah, I did. Sure did.
That ref blew CD up. That's why you don't stand that far up on the sideline. What did Jason always tell us? Stand back. Out of the ref's way. The way CD Lamb's body went.
Yeah.
Bears and Chiefs. Holy McMully, the Bears got a tie in the preseason? I get there's no overtime in the preseason, but a tie? Oh my God. The Ravens and Commanders, Colts and Bengals, Rams and Browns, Broncos and Saints, Texans and Lions, Packers and Seahawks, Jaguars, Dolphins, Bills, Bucks, Chargers, Niners, Raiders, Cardinals. And that's it for week 3 of the preseason for the NFL.
Yeah.
Probably just watch Eagles again, honestly.
I'm not watching any of it.
See how we do.
Don't care. I'm not the biggest preseason fan.
I'll be at my fantasy draft, so we'll probably have a game on. So
Understandable.
yeah, so
I think that'll do it for us tonight, though. Unless you got anything else.
I don't think so.
He's no wheel game, baby.
That's in the talks, John. All right. Well. All right.
All right. I think that is gonna do it for us tonight, though. I think it's about time we gotta get up out of here.
Yeah.
Once again,
before anything else wild is said.
Yeah. Once again, big thank you to Jason Doerfler, head coach of Leo, for joining us
At least
tonight.
we waited until after the interview for the wildness to come out. I appreciate you guys.
Can
for
we
that.
get through the outro?
Yeah, man. Go on and do your thing.
My goodness. Thank you again to Jason. What?
Nothing. I was messing with you.
Yeah, I'm sure you were. Huge thank you from everybody here at Ready Football. We're back. It's football season, so the content is about to start becoming a lot more. We're about to start having a lot more to talk about. So
keep an eye out for us on the streets.
Yeah,
you may never know. You may see us out walking through town asking questions.
Yeah,
so feel free, come up to us and answer the questions and just have a good time. Talk with us, all that. So
stay up to date on our social media. Let us know in the comments what you guys want us to talk about. We'd love to engage with you. Stay tuned for us on TikTok. We'll be posting again more on there too. We'll be back in here next Monday though. We'll recap week 0. We'll get into last week of preseason coming up, and Monday we start previewing college football week 1. So
yeah, and then 2 weeks after that NFL starts. And
yeah, so it's here.
Leading us off with that, we got the Cowboys and Eagles, and
yep. So it's here, and we're ready, man. Yeah. So, but like we said, that'll do it for us tonight. Jeez, I can't talk anymore. Thank you all so much for listening to us ramble. It's been fun hanging with you. That'll do it from Ready Football.
Yep. You guys have a good night, and we'll see you back Monday. And just keep updated on social media. And if you see us out and about, say hi. And who knows, you may get put in some content if you like. So we'll be looking out for you fans, and you guys just say hi to us if you see us. And until then, we'll be back Monday. Like he said, recap and look into week 1. And hey, it's just that time of year.
Now you rambling. End it, bro.
You're just hating. I was going to say we about to get those pads popping. And that's going to be it.
It is.
Deuces.